Alright, let's continue this. Need to head to the morgue. Ugh. Down here.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Oof. Last file. Needed. We'll find some. Okay.
I cannot enter.
Get up. Let's try this buzzsaw, this hacksaw. Look at this.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than
Is
influenza.
that a med kit? No. No, it's a, must be empty. Okay.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Some more resources, components. Bullets, shotgun shells, some ammo, nice. We can break. Okay. Ugh. Oh shit, he's okay. You broke out of here. What?
Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
We've got a key now, so we probably can head down through that gate. Fuck was that?
These scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
Gotta be some kind of. Hey Rod, I think I've got a skill that I think I need a skill to probably acquire, like to equip these other ones, like swap tool. Unless I just keep them like that for now, but bludgeon. Can we dismantle? I don't think we can. I know what I'm going to use. We'll use that for now. It's a lot though, yeah, machete. Hatchet. Ooh. Guess we'll keep hacksaw. Yeah, does a lot of damage because it's upgraded, so I should stick with that. It works out too because it's my favourite one. See here. Shit. Citizen.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better...
Oh.
The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened. Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps?
It would have seen.
A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked. It's locked, all right.
I don't know if they might be like some items. What the hell? What? We glitch. Interrogate Corrigan. Tippett's about medical error. Alright, wherever they are. Class 4. Oh my boss.
These skulls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
Okay. Sure. We recycle these, wouldn't we? And after we keep them. You're a 6 citizen journey. Dialogue. Where's the stairs? If I can forget. Oh, keep on pressing R1. You know why, yeah. Jesus. Now we're doing quite a bit of damage, but my health's not real good though, is it? Hideout's like ultimate thing to upgrade and level up and heal. I think you can, yeah, it heals your health too if you rest. I mean, it would make sense if it does, yeah, it should. Don't tell me that bloody there's an error's occurred. Fucking hell. Craft a treatment for fatigue. We tried to do that. It's in these cabinets.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
There we go. See? Oh, here. This must be him. Yeah, it's gotta be, right?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Oh.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable
Welcome,
gun is what everybody needs these days.
I thought you were for curing. Milton shotgun, holy shit. Bullets. Metal parts. Shard grease. Oh, nice, we can actually sell. Ah. Got 3 of those. Sell them for series. That's pretty cool. Interrogate Gwyneth Brannigan. It's not right, it must be that, nurse that was wandering.
least the mistress of the dark. The stuff.
This must be her, is it?
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon
Are
here.
you Gwyneth?
Dr. Swansea
Yep.
has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses are already resigned.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippins. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Hippos. Where is he? Unknown health status. We need to find him, do we? There he is. That's what he looks like.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No, I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Interrogate about medical. I've already spoke. Wait, what?
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us.
They wouldn't give me any more
I can't
options
think of
or
any
any more
better
questions to
during
ask
these
us, so
terrible times.
Do we know each
this has
other?
got to be the other doctor.
Actually, yes. We met once before at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Alright, press for details.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Come on, don't be ridiculous, dear colleague.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No, we must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
No.
Come on, don't be ridiculous, dear colleague.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London.
They-
I'm
they
sure you are
says
used to
anything
working in a
different.
better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope. Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree
You're
with
just
Dr. Swansea
talking to
himself,
these
but I must admit he
employees
does
and
all
all.
he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Go on, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connell. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
Why not stop practicing? Who was he? Yeah. No, hang on, this one.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and
This
the
is a
administered
side
dosage
mission.
was too strong.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed the body.
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Okay. Now to speak. Where's she gone? She moved over here now.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Personal questions, wasn't it?
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett in our situation?
I can't say I approve of what you did. But as a field surgeon, I know that some situations require you to bend the rules.
I'm not proud of what I've done, but to contain the epidemic must be our priority, so we can't afford to lose Dr. Tippett.
I've decided that I won't reveal Dr. Tippett's, shall we say, misdemeanor.
I'm so glad you share my point of view. Dr. Tippett is a brilliant practitioner. We most definitely need his know-how.
I hope you're right. This is a huge risk we're taking.
Dr. Tippett must regain his confidence. Please, keep this decision between you and me. He doesn't need to know you've found out.
Okay.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
There we go, we've done it. Completed that side mission. We have to craft a treatment. So we failed the, we didn't. Ended up doing his... letting the thing out. Get that, it's a weird mission. It's down here, isn't it? Oh my, that's how you change. It's not right. Yeah, there's orange arrows there. It's not right, I can hardly see that because of how small that is. Yeah, on the screen. That's small as. Friggin' oath. Could only just see it. Where's the... use it to cure a sick. We can't, where do we... sodium. Treatment for fatigue. Yeah, we can't do it because we don't have enough sodium. We can't. That's strange how it's asking me to do the mission, but I can't. Let's see what happens if we rest. Shadow mist. Got that. Spring. Amazing. $600. A lot of these are. Okay. Level 8 now. Just got to figure out what we can do to complete this like mission here. Treatment for fatigue. Medical fodder. Nice, got another hit. We go in and upgrade again as well. We go with barrier. Increase your stamina, we might have to do that as well. Yeah, let's do that. Zero XP now. We might need these later, maybe. I don't know. Cigarette case, we'll recycle that. Upgrade. Shoe. Can't at the moment need more ingredients. Sodium hypochlorite solution. Where are we going to find those? Is the mission. Craft the treatment, yeah. We can't do that though. We have to go and find some. How the fuck am I going to find some though? Where do I look? We were supposed to get it in the morgue somewhere. Wait, bro, I have to go back to the morgue. It's telling me, though, to head back there to the bench, but I can't. Doesn't say, it just tells me to craft. Doesn't say, look, anything's missing, but it's strange.
Daily routine.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Oh! God, scared shit out of me! Fuck off! Jesus Christ, man. We have to. What's that there? Something there. It's a trash can. Grease screw. I think we have to. Yeah, we have to go and find some of these ingredients we're missing. I must have missed some somewhere. Doesn't tell me where to go though, so hey, right, all I can think of is in the ball. Head back in here. Might have to do something in that room where I fought the boss. Didn't tell me though anything. That's the thing. That's strange. Watch. I might get some off corpses as well. I might have to fight enemies until they drop some.
Same strain.
There we go.
This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Oh. We've got heaps now. I think I was supposed to do that to begin with. But I think I crafted something else instead. I might have already had enough. I can't remember what I did. Get out. It's alright, yeah, so far I've only played like about 2 hours worth of the game, ain't right, so far. I'm thinking it's, yeah, pretty average so far. It's nothing all that exciting at the moment. The enemies though are pretty sick, pretty freaky. Feels like more of a horror game than anything else. I've got mystery. Ooh, some more ammo. Lucky I came out this way. Holy shit. Some messages. Some kind of Jack the Ripper type of fucking. Right. Let's go ahead and craft this now. Here we go. It. bring the medicine to Dorothy in the patient's room. There's that downstairs.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
When you think of your superiors, what emotions do you feel?
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover to hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Who are you really?
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
That was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
What? That was a bit weird.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Do you need my medical attention, dear colleague?
You don't have to worry about me, Dr. Reed. I am here to assist you, not to be a burden.
Something?
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical.
Not been successful yet. Okay.
You may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time. You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
Last
I'm
one.
not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Yep.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Increased blood quantity. Speak to the patient in the room behind Dorothy to check his medical status. A rat in the hospital. Talk to Swansea.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
I'm alright. Don't
waste your time with me.
Okay. Well, I reckon I'll end it here for part 2.